President Trump's big, beautiful bill has passed in the House. We say appears because until that is official, we cannot say that it has, but it certainly looks like it indeed has, Trey.
Yeah, and he had to put a deadline on it, Sandra. How many times have you been on running out of money watch? We have these little countdown clocks, government shutdown.
Okay.
The most predictable thing in the world is the calendar, but every year they need a deadline, either Christmas or a holiday. So he had to impose a deadline. It just happened to coincide with our 249th birthday.
Trey, let's listen.
The yeas are 218, the nays are 214. The motion is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
All right, Trey, there you have it. Your reaction, Speaker Johnson making it official.
I don't know how many miracles it takes to qualify for sainthood or canonization, but Mike Johnson has threaded the needle so many times with a really narrow majority. Look, I did not think Kevin McCarthy should be replaced, period, new paragraph. But Mike Johnson has done an amazing job with a very narrow margin. He's just a really modest guy, so he's not going to take a lot of credit for it.
You know, Trey, Republicans really couldn't lose too many votes here. They get this thing with a 4-vote margin. They had 2 members of their own party vote against. The cohesion that you're seeing from this party has to leave Speaker Johnson feeling pretty good about what the next about year and a half has in store for him.
Well, there's a reason he thanked the White House, because the White House is the reason for the cohesion. So you got James Blair, you have other members of the legislative liaison, but you also have Donald Trump with a telephone. And no one is better at moving people off of their deeply held previous conviction than President Trump. I've never seen anything like it, whether it's the threat of a primary, whether it's personal relationship. And I would bet you, I haven't spoken to Congressman Fitzpatrick. His brother and I served together. I have a lot of respect for their service to our country, but I bet he would not have been the deciding vote to see this fail. He may have seen that we have enough of a margin, I can vote the way I want to vote, and it still passes. That is not unheard of in the House, to wait and look and say, okay, you got it, now I'm going to vote the way that I want to vote.
Okay, so the House is adjourned, but we're also being told right now to expect to hear from Speaker Johnson soon. I can assure you that if he does, we will certainly have that for our viewers. The vote was 218 to 214. You saw after the gavel went down, chants of USA, USA. Brian Fitzpatrick, the Republican lawmaker you just mentioned from Pennsylvania, who was a no here, Speaker Johnson was asked about his no in the procedural vote, who sort of brushed aside his concerns in that moment. I think he sort of indicated there was no bringing him around. We can pop this live shot. This is where we're about to see Speaker Johnson speak here shortly. He said, quote, following the procedural vote, that he tried to encourage him to get to a yes, though Johnson acknowledged Fitzpatrick has, quote, got a number of things he's just concerned about.